Welcome to Slay, a centre of excellence for women's health, fitness, and life. I'm your host, Louise Hazel, and today we're going to be closing out the year with a bang. You're going to want to stay tuned because I'm going to be leaving you all with a little Christmas stocking filler. Something that you can use over the holidays to stay fit until we return to the show bigger and brighter than ever on January the 4th. You're not going to want to miss what I have in store for you, especially if you love a fitness challenge. Wow. What a year this has been. Can you believe we're at the end of the year already? And this marks our 96th episode. And I just want to take the time to say that I'm beyond grateful to each and every one of you who've been tuning in every week after week, as we navigate the topics that matter most in women's health, fitness, and life. So whether you've been with us since day one or you've just joined the Slay community, thank you for letting us be a part of your life. Thank you for letting us push you that little bit further. And thank you for keeping me sane and for driving Eric crazy. Today, we're going to be doing something special. This is our end of year roundup, a moment to reflect on what we've accomplished together in 2024, a chance to highlight some unforgettable moments and give you a sneak peek into what we've got in store in 2025. Spoiler alert, next year is going to be absolutely huge, and I can't wait to share what's coming your way. So grab your favorite drink, put on those walking shoes, or settle into your coziest chair because we're about to dive in. Let's start with a look back at this year. Slay has grown so much. It's so much more than just a gym in Hollywood. First of all, like many things, launching a new project hasn't been easy. In fact, if you didn't know, this is our 6th iteration of the Slay podcast. The first ever episode dropped on June the 2nd, 2018. That's 6 years ago. Now, after filming the first 16 episodes in quick succession and dropping one weekly for 16 weeks straight, I was burnt out. The workload was unsustainable for me, but the desire to podcast was still there. I dropped 7 episodes in 2019, 1 episode in 2020, 2 episodes in 2021, 3 episodes in 2022, and 14 episodes in 2023, and a triumphant 52 episodes in 2024, 1 each week. And I can't explain to you how good that feels. I can honestly say that the reason I was able to drop 52 episodes in 2024 compared to previous years is because of a number of changes that I made personally. The first thing was that I did not care what the podcast looked like or sounded like. And trust me, there have been times when the camera hasn't been in focus or one of the microphones didn't work, so the only audio that we had was camera audio, but I still released the episode. Now, if you know me, this was a very tough thing for me to do because I hold myself to an extremely high standard. Not because I'm a perfectionist, because I'm not, but I do expect to hit an 8 out of 10 in anything I do, whether it's washing up, which I never do, or bowling. But I told myself that releasing the episode was the main thing, and I committed to podcasting even if it was ugly. It's a bit like when you do hurdles for the first time. You might not fall flat on your face, but it probably won't look pretty. Now, the second thing that I did that changed everything was that I built a small team around me. And even though the team that I built crumbled in January this year, I was able to rebuild quickly and surround myself with people that I could guarantee were sticking around. So we might be small, but we are mighty. So shout out to our Slay editor, Alex. You've been an absolute godsend. And props to Eric, who I dragged into the studio on multiple occasions on Wednesday night instead of letting him watch basketball. And to all of our guests, I'm beyond grateful for your contributions that you've made to us this year. They've been truly unforgettable. And lastly, I held myself accountable. Even though we record our episodes every Wednesday, I never allowed Sunday to arrive without delivering an episode to our editor, Alex. It didn't matter if I was sick. It didn't matter if I didn't have a guest. It didn't matter if I didn't have anything to say. I simply did not want to let you or my editor down, even though he's super chilled. So I say this to say, whatever your goal is in 2025, you can achieve it. And if your goal hasn't changed in the past 6 years, like mine, then it's not the goal that needs to change, it's you. Now, it wouldn't be right if I didn't mention how our Slay community has grown so much. Together, we've tackled topics that affect every facet of women's well-being, from physical fitness and mental health to hormone balance, nutrition, and self-care. This year, we've covered everything from breaking down fitness myths to diving into deep conversations about menopause, fertility, body positivity, and achieving holistic alignment. We've welcomed some truly incredible guests who've shared their wisdom, stories, and actionable tips to help us live stronger, more active, and healthier lives. Now, here's a quick montage from some of my favorite clips. Would you say that these quick fitness fads taking these shortcuts ultimately do the opposite of empowering women.
I agree with that because I think they're influencing you to be like someone else. It's not showing you what you can be. People bring me pictures, I want to look like this. Okay, that's photoshopped. But also, you don't even know what your best self is. So why would you bring me a picture of someone else's? That's not even real, mind you. Most of these are photoshopped. But don't you want to see what your best self can be? And I don't think we give ourselves as women the opportunity to see who our best self is.
But you don't want to put your head there.
No, you don't.
You know what I mean? You
No.
definitely want to put a towel down.
Absolutely.
And you definitely want to put it on the other side.
100%.
Because the grease spot on that part of the bench
is not
hair gel.
I think people look at vulnerability as being a weakness or that people are going to take advantage of you. And yes, there is that risk. But I think without the risk, there is no reward. And so I think you forego a lot of opportunity and not just opportunity, I'm not talking about fiscal.
Here are just a few of those highlights. Dr. Jess Shepherd. Remember when Dr. Jess talked about her groundbreaking book, Generation M, and how we can reframe the menopause journey as a powerful chapter in our lives? That episode resonated with so many of you, and I'm still getting messages about how it changed your perspective. Dr. Stacey Sims, she gave us a masterclass on fueling your workouts and how nutrient timing will affect your performance and your goals, and why every woman needs to understand hormone replacement therapy. Koya Webb, Koya's insights on holistic health and recognizing when we're out of alignment were a game changer. She inspired us to slow down, tune in, and make small shifts that can lead to big transformations. Rosie Acosta was another great one. Her journey of losing 28 pounds in 12 weeks through mindful lifestyle changes was nothing short of inspiring. It reminded us that radical self-love and discipline go hand in hand. And more recently, Deja Riley. Her vulnerability in sharing about her fertility struggles and postpartum journey touched so many hearts. Deja's story reminded us that we're never alone in our struggles, that resilience is born from embracing our challenges. We've also tackled some tough but necessary conversations this year. But let's not forget the incredible feedback and stories you've shared with us. Hearing how this podcast has impacted your lives, whether it's helping you set new fitness goals, healing from past traumas, or simply feeling seen and heard. It's what fuels my passion to keep showing up for you. And I just wanted to share my absolute favorite roast from 2024 from our YouTube comments section, because if you want to know what people are really feeling, read the comments. Also, this is where all of the real comedians are. So when I read this the other day, I nearly gagged. I just had to share it with everyone at the gym. You ready? This interviewer has low dopamine, crying emoji, heart emoji, sad, from Dino Miles 777. That was 2 months ago. Dino, come back, because I was really enjoying where our relationship was heading. But seriously, I want to take a moment to thank you, our amazing listeners. Without you, there would be no Slay Podcast. Your support, your engagement, you buying our merch and equipment, your willingness to show up for yourself and this community mean everything to me. To everyone who subscribed, left a review, shared an episode with a friend, or connected with us on social media, thank you. You're helping us to grow Slay into a true centre of excellence for women's health, fitness, and life. A special shout out to those of you who have written in with questions, episode suggestions, or simply shared your personal journeys. You remind me that every day why I started this podcast, you are the heart of Slay, and I'm so honoured to be on this journey with you. Now, looking ahead to 2025, let's talk about the future. It's going to be next level amazing. And I'm so excited to give you a sneak peek of what we've got planned. Here are some of the big themes that we'll be diving into for next year. Number one, eating for your goals. We're going to be catching up with the founder of Precision Nutrition, Dr. John Berardi, to help us boil down what we need to focus on the most with regards to our nutrition. Number two, Julianne Hough has agreed to join us on the show straight from the finale of Dancing with the Stars to our Slay Hot Seat to discuss everything dance and fitness. Number three, Dr. Emitis Hosada is going to be teaching us how we can lose weight naturally without taking Ozempic. And number four, the power of AI. What impact does this new technology have on female populations? Will it replace our jobs or help us save time? And how can we be using it to our advantage? We're going to be expanding our guest lineup with even more expert celebrities, athletes who are reshaping the conversation around women's health, fitness, and life. Trust me, you're going to want to tune in. Before we wrap up, I have a few big things to share. We have an amazing announcement coming up on January the 3rd with Nike for all those of you who love a challenge. We'll be launching Slay Athletic Club. That's right, in 2025. We'll be taking to the streets with our first ever Slay Athletic Club events. These will be an opportunity for you to connect in person for workouts and masterclasses on fitness and nutrition. Stay tuned for dates and locations because you won't want to miss them, believe me. We're going to be bringing you more exclusive merch drops in 2025. I generally think that we have the dopest merch out of any podcast out in these streets. Also, Jay Shetty was rocking his merch around the house the other day, and I must say that's also good. But ours is great. Shots fired. As we close out this year, I want to leave you with this. You are capable of so much more than you realize. Whether this year was full of triumphs, challenges, or a mix of both, I hope you know that you're stronger, wiser, and more resilient because of it. Thank you for being a part of our Slay family. Thank you for showing up for yourself. And thank you for inspiring me to continue growing, learning, and sharing with you all. Here's to an incredible 2025, to new goals, new adventures, and renewed commitment to living our healthiest, most vibrant lives. And before I forget, I promised you a stocking filler, didn't I? Consider this my Christmas present under the tree. You can head over to the Slay Podcast now on Spotify or Apple Podcasts for a bonus episode as we've revived The Climb. It's our running mixtape. It's a 10-minute interval workout for you and your treadmill. Now, I'm personally coaching you and encouraging you for the full workout alongside my advice. The playlist is absolutely banging and it will get you through this holiday season and into the new year with your best foot forward. 10 minutes might not sound like long, but you're going to burn at least 150 calories and you're going to love it. I'll leave the link below in the notes section. And don't forget to own your body to transform your life. That concludes this episode of Slay. Stay tuned for more empowering discussions on female health, fitness, and life in 2025. You can follow me at Louise Hazel on social media, and you can check out the Slay brand at Slay Athletic Club now. Don't forget to subscribe to the Slay podcast if you haven't done so already, and leave us a review or a comment on YouTube. You can also get fit at home using the Slay app. You can download that now for free from the App Store to join our online community.